Hi boys and girls. Today we are going to look at a mindfulness practice I like to do around connections, to make us think about how connected we are to the world around us. Right now we are going through a really difficult time. Times are scary or worrying, whatever way you're experiencing right now, they're different, and change can be really hard. And when we're going through times of change and difficult emotions, we sometimes feel a bit disconnected to the people that we care about and the people we love and the people we're used to seeing. Now, usually you have lots of connections. You've got your school, your friends, people that you interact with at your favourite places, the shops. We can see and feel connection around us all the time. And right now that can be really hard to remember how connected we are to the world. So I thought we could look at that. I thought we could do a exercise around thinking about how we are still connected, how we're all connected to one another. And we are. The fact that we're able to do this wonderful, kind, amazing thing of staying home and reducing our connections and our interactions with people is such a special thing. It might not feel special, it might feel really hard and really emotional and difficult, but it's a special kindness that we're giving to the world. We're giving the world time to help get rid of this virus that is making so many people ill. It gives us time to repair, time to come up with a solution, and eventually we will get back to school and we'll get back to doing the things that we once liked doing. It's just going to take time. And during that time, I thought we really need to start exploring who we're connected to, how we're connected, and what that feeling of connection feels like. So I thought I would do a little breathing exercise with you about how connected we are to the world itself. So boys and girls, you can sit, stand, lie down. I don't mind if you have your eyes closed so that you can imagine the things that I'm talking about. You might want to look at a nice picture. You might want to look out the window. It's up to you about how you're going to feel most connected to the world while you're doing this. I'm going to have my eyes open. I might close them sometimes because I like to visualise what I'm talking about. But what we're going to do is we're going to start exploring connection and all the ways we're connected. I'm going to ding my bowl to start for anyone who has their eyes closed, and I'll ding my bowl to finish. I just want you to take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Feeling your tummy rise and fall as you breathe in and out. In and out. Every time we breathe in, we are taking in the oxygen produced from the plants and flowers all around us. We are letting them connect to us through our breathing. Every time we breathe out, we are feeding the plants and flowers and trees that feed us. We breathe in the oxygen that they use to feed us, and we breathe out the carbon dioxide that they use to feed them. Just think about all the trees and the plants, how connected we are to these plants and trees all around us every time we breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Now think about the last thing you ate. This might have been a snack, might have been your dinner, might have been lunch or breakfast this morning. Just think about what was the last thing you ate. Think about how connected that food can make us to the world. My last thing I ate was pancakes. In order for me to get those pancakes, I would have needed eggs and flour and milk produced by the animals. The chicken would have laid an egg. The cow would have provided the milk. And the wheat would have provided with the flour. The ingredients would have been made by the farmers, produced. So I'm connected to those farmers and the animals and the plants that help bring me my food. The ingredients would have been sent by a delivery driver to the factory. That delivery driver helped make my lunch. The factory workers then produced my pancakes and sent them to another delivery driver to the shops, and the shopkeeper provided me with the pancakes. In order to get those pancakes, there were so many people and connections that I was aware of in order to get my food. So boys and girls, while you breathe in and out, take a couple of minutes to think about all the connections you have from the last thing you ate. All the different processes and things that would have had to happen in order for you to be able to eat the last thing you ate. All the way that the world and the people around us help to produce the food that you eat on a daily basis. How the world and the people around you help keep you alive. They help keep you fed, and the world helps keep you breathing. You breathe in and out. Now think about all the people you know, from the shopkeepers to the lollipop lady, to the people in your school, to the people who have left school. Think about all the connections you have with the world. think about how there are people in this world that help keep you alive, that you don't even know, that you have a connection to them without even knowing it. As you breathe in and out, in and out. Now just think to yourself, I am not alone. I have so many connections in the world that make me me. I give something to the world, and the world gives me it back. As I breathe in and out, I am not alone. I give something to the world, and the world gives me it back. Hey boys and girls, that is a really good exercise just to start thinking about how we are connected. Now you can do lots of different connections. It doesn't have to be what you eat. It could be the clothes you wear. It could be the internet provider. It could be how you get resources or Google images. You can pick anything in the world that has taken lots of processes to get to you. And that's most things. Even grown up, the amount of people who have impacted in your life, the processes that have happened, the connections that have been made as you grow up. There's so many. And I would encourage you, if you're ever feeling a bit lonely or overwhelmed or fed up of the people that you have around you and think they're the only people in the world, then do this exercise. Start to feel connected to the bigger picture, to the bigger world outside. And you can do that from your own house. You don't have to be out and about. And hopefully, boys and girls, once this is over, you will really be able to understand the importance of connection and staying connected. So before I go, I would ask you to write a letter, send an email, send a text, a message to someone who you want to stay connected to. Phone a family member, phone a friend. Just make sure you are staying connected in any way possible, because the more we can stay connected to the world, the more we will get through this.